I'll queued up if you want to check it out.
All right, let's do it.
So basically what I'm hearing right now is that Athellah Akpin is considering offering MP in 3 first-round picks in exchange for Shep Owens. But, I mean, the organization is obviously, this like internal debate about whether the price is actually too high, but this is what it's looking like to actually get the deal done.
Thank you. It's about time. Bring Shep home.
You're wrong, Perk. They'd be giving up a huge haul for a player they could have drafted just a few months ago. If I'm team president, Phil Boyer, I don't see how I can sign off on this. Are those picks all unprotected?
Well, obviously it sounds a little ridiculous, right? But, I mean, from what I'm hearing, yes, you're correct. But Athellah Akpin was told to quote, blow them away in order to make this happen.
Well, he did.
I'm sorry, but that's way too much. Am I the only one who thinks this is ridiculous?
Unfortunately, yes. And I'll tell you another thing. If Phil Boyer had let his GM do his job and draft the guy that he wanted in the draft in the first place, he wouldn't even be in this mess. Mistakes were made. Now clean them up.
How did they make a mistake? MP looks every bit the prospect Shep does right now. I don't see how you can justify this deal without admitting that your organization is actually just in complete disarray. This is a mess, all right, but it has nothing to do with MP.
Okay, I'm confused. Because what is this part about Phil overruling Athellah?
Well, apparently Shep was Othella's guy before.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Because it always seems so personal to him. Like well beyond some sort of clash with Freddie.
Well, it's both. Look, I did some digging, and Phil hiring Freddie just kind of pushed him over the edge. Like, he wasn't your biggest fan, but once Freddie was hired, he was convinced that you were part of some plot to overthrow him.
Bro, this is insane, man.
Nah, it's kind of just Othella.
So what do we do now?
Do we have to do anything? I mean, that trade is literally crazy. Phil would never sign off on that. I mean, would he?
I don't know.
Seriously?
Look, it's hard to get a read, man. I mean, Boyer keeps his cards close to the vest.
So now it's hard for you to get a read.
Look, I know that this is stressful, MP, but we've got a plan. All right, this isn't unexpected.
All right, then what is it?
Athellah has been using Nate to leak his agenda to the press.
Right.
So it's time we do the same thing.
And you've already done all the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
I mean, all the fans are on your side. The narrative of Athellah having outdated methods has already been established. I mean, all we really have to do is tell your side of the story in full. It's time to chop his head off.
Wow, you just can't help yourself with
Well, how am I the only one that's excited? Our plan is working beautifully. I mean, we have Athellah right where we want him.
Okay, I will set up a conference call with Nate. This is our ace in the hole. We'll tell him everything that's been going on behind the scenes. Nate will publish those facts. National will pick up on that story, and we'll be golden.
And we use Nate because he's been the most critical of me up until this point.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We're at Tribal Council, and Athellah is about to be voted off the island.
No. I'll let you know when the conference call is set up. Can you pay attention to your phone, please?
I'm looking forward to it.
So for people that are new to playing NBA 2K23, Mike, explain how the badge system affects building your MyPlayer.
Absolutely, yeah. So badges are really important. So you have basically 2 major things that make up what his abilities are. And it's basically your ratings and your rating caps. So that's setting all these different towers in shooting and finishing, playmaking, and defense and rebounding. And then once you have all those towers set, you basically get a number of badge points. And those badge points you can spend towards putting these extra badges on your player. And the badges are basically things that will like take you from being good at something to being great at something. So they're very specific to, you know, a certain skill in the game or a certain aspect of the game.
So Mike, is there a certain badge cap or
Well, both of these teams are still fresh here in the early season, RJ. Here we go. Is it easier to play hard towards the start of the year?
Well, yes, it's because the season hasn't worn you down, but you're still getting back into the swing of things, so your conditioning might not be all the way there yet.
Here are the starters for Houston. Smith plays the 4 with Şengün at center. Porter Jr. and Green are the backcourt set, and it's Nwaba in at the 3. Now here's Porter. Green finds Nwaba. Shot clock at 2. Porter's shot is off. Now here's MP. Really played well against the Clippers in his last game. They get the rebound. Jokic. Murray from outside sends it home from three-point land.
And I don't think we've really... These 7-footers who can pass calm and easy with the ball and almost always makes the right decision.
Now here's Nwaba. Here's Green. Gordon pulls it in. Boy, you look at Jalen Green. All the tools to be a star.
It may take some time. Now, growing up, always the most talented, but he is a gym rat and a worker, a grinder. So I bet on him to reach his full potential soon. Rockets, they have stockpiled talent. I know they're young, but they focused on getting as many pieces as they can.
So what do you think the most important thing for young teams like the Rockets?
Well, BA, it comes down to playing time. I mean, Houston has done a great job of playing their kids. But let me tell you guys, nothing substitutes for game time in the NBA. Learning by playing. That's what it's all about.
And the basket by MP.
And pulling the defense apart. MP with some clean shooting from the arc.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Knocked loose. And here we go. The Nuggets on the fast break. Here's Murray. Good. And the assist goes to MP. Murray's got 5 points.
He did. I mean, MP understands how to read a defense, including how to spot overcommitments and getting it to open teammates.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, he's clearly not satisfied with the lead they have. Took it to the rack and would not be denied. Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
Now here's Smith. Coming off a solid outing against Oklahoma City. From the high post. And that one's good. Green.
I know it's not in vogue right now, but for guys like Green, there are points to be had in that mid-range.
Outside Porter. Pass to Jokic. Here's MP. Sinks that one from the post. MP's got his second basket of the game.
Ideal way to start the game. Come out of the gate and knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
Green with the ball. And there's Jokic on the assist by MP.
Down in the paint, Jokic knows how to take charge, getting past the D and to a look.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Smith outside. Green with the ball. Now guarded by MP. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised it ended up going their way with the miss.
Fires in the triple.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
To this one, having outplayed the Thunder in their last game.
Oh, man, they were in total control, really doing anything they wanted. It was that level of dominance.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be...
Substitution on the court.
It's Tate on the wing. He's guarded by Porter. To the middle. And that one's good. Green. Green's got his second basket of the night.
Making things happen amongst those trees. Green, he's pretty relentless.
Taking a look at the Rockets. Porter Jr. and Green are the backcourt set. Smith plays the 4 with Şengün at center. And it's Tate in at the 3. The Rockets shooting right at 35%. Not getting what they want out there. Back to Porter. Outside Tate. Pass to Smith. Outside Green. 4 on the clock. It's stolen by MP. That's tipped. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Green against MP. Left side, Green. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
The defense gets physical with Green inside, so he uses his agility to get around it.
And that replay showed how sensational that drive truly was.
Oh, I love the mindset to get at the rim right there. He knows they're down and wants to spark a comeback.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
So much NBA talent like Jamal Murray out of Canada, specifically the province of Ontario.
Yeah, very true. And I think that's because guys like Murray, born in the late 90s, they grew up with the NBA in Toronto. And Jamal and others have been inspired by the Raptors.
And it's Green missing. Denver has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. MP against Green. And he lobs it up to the rim. Porter with the steal. Pass to Tate. Smith with it. Defended by Gordon. Gordon against Smith. Back to Tate. 3 on the clock. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Green for 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. MP outside. Porter pulls it in. Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Outside, Green. Tate against Porter. Got a piece of it. Back to Green.
2 minutes remaining.
Lets it go from 14. And it's Denver with a rebound. Jokic has got 5 rebounds in the game. And here's MP. 13 points in the game. And there's Jokic on the assist by MP. MP's got 3 assists tonight.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Timeout called, Houston. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Denver.
Yes, the first of 4 meetings between the teams. They should be quite familiar with one another by the end of it.
And the more you see each other, the more contentious it gets. No bad blood between these teams right now, but that can change over the course of the season.
And a new group getting ready for the Nuggets. Najee, he's checked in for Gordon. Brown comes in for Michael Porter. So it's the Denver Nuggets, a sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. And don't go far. We'll be right back. as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And pick and rolls never more prevalent in the league than they are right now. And there's always someone the defense has to leave open in those scenarios, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you know, it's amazing. It's such a simple play, but it's so difficult to defend, especially with the shooting that we now see in the NBA and the great spacing on the floor. It's a play, as you said, every team uses and executes well in their offensive attack.
Porter Jr. and Gordon at the 3 and the 4. MP is out there with Murray. And it's Jokic in at the center position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Michael Malone. Outside, Green knocks it loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. Outside Porter. Back to Şengün. Clock is at 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
From deep, MP. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
And so far, this game has belonged to MP, getting to his spots and executing with ease. And guys, over the last several years, Denver's been top 10 in offensive rating. Now, they played a slower pace, but made the most of their possessions.
Murray against Green. Goes up from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
MP against Nwaba. MP outside. Back to Murray. Pass to MP. Fires the 3. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Gotta box out the big man, Jokic. When you don't, he makes you pay.
So it's the Rockets now. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Pass to Nwaba. Back to Porter. Back to Nwaba. Up and over Porter. And another miss by Houston.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
MP no good.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Green with the ball. Now guarded by MP. Şengün no good.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And what you like about MP is that he doesn't take himself too seriously, which helps him mesh well with other players and coaches.
MP, 2 shots.
First one falls.
When you take a look at this Houston Rockets team, there is no question that they have talented scorers who can get it going quickly.
And the Nuggets will go for a different look here. Najee, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. Brown comes in for Gordon. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Michael Porter. And it's Highland in for Jamal Murray. Here's Caldwell Pope. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 4th assist in this one. The Rockets have gotten off to a rough start. Now 0 for 5 in the second. And while the Rockets definitely have some talent, Richard, they've struggled to be consistent.
Yeah, that's largely due to the youth and inexperience, and that only comes with playing games. The guys that they lean on to score are still finding their footing. They're finding their game, and this team realizes they need to stay patient.
Here's Brown, and he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
Pass to Tate. 5 on the clock. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Denver Nuggets. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Shooting 2.
And he drops it first. Richard, I was looking over your accomplishments, doing a little extra prep on you. An NBA title with the Cavs, a state title in high school, and almost won it all in college at Arizona. Is that the one what-if in your career?
Oh, no. Thank you for bringing those up. But, yeah, I have tons of what-ifs. I have, obviously the college championship. I also got Athens in the 04. And, look, just for giggles, I also like to talk about the 2 times I lost in the NBA Finals going against Shaq and Kobe, then Tim Duncan, David Robinson, and Manu Ginobili. But the funny thing is, it's not like they didn't have Hall of Fame coaches. It was only and Greg Popovich. So, you know, I've run into a few buzzsaws in my day.
So the Houston 5 right now. Jalen Green is out there with Kenyon Martin. Then it's Smith, and it's Garuba in at the center position. Green for 3. Gordon pulls it in. Denver has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. MP shot is off. It's shooting a very impressive 54% in the fourth.
Draft. Jalen Green got off to a slow start as a rookie, but showed growth throughout the course of the season.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Green. And with his elite athleticism and explosiveness, the ceiling is high for Jalen Green, Richard.
Oh, yeah, high is a bit of an understatement. It might take a couple of years for him to find his footing, but Green has all of the physical tools and skills to be a 3-level scorer and an all-star in this league, a multiple-time all-star.
And both free throws good for Green. Boy, viewership numbers are on the rise. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the